To do the color portion of this assignment, you're going to need a few different materials. I will give you one 6x8 paper, and you'll need scissors, a glue stick, and some 2x2 pieces of colored paper. Now, your paper is going to end up fitting 12 squares, and each square will have 2 colors. So you can follow the color system that I use. You can make it your own. You can use 2 colors across. You can use 12 different colors. It's really up to you how you want the color portion of your work to end up looking. To get started, I need you to put your name and your homeroom code on the back of your 6x8 paper. Then I'd like you to choose 2 squares. I'm going to choose 2 colors that are similar, so one that's a lighter shade and one that's a darker shade, but I'm going to start off by using pink squares. So I will grab those, and I want you to fold them each corner to corner so that it looks like there's a folded X down the middle, and those will be your cut lines. So you'll take your paper, fold it corner to corner, crease it, open it up, and fold it corner to corner in the opposite direction. Crease it, open it up, and then you'll use your scissors to cut on that line. So once you cut on those 2 lines, you will have 4 triangles that come out of each one of your folded pieces. Repeat the same folding and cutting process with your other square, and then you'll be ready to glue them in place. We're going to start out in the top left corner of your 6x8 paper, and I want you to arrange your cut triangles so that the same colors are opposite of each other, creating a new square, and then set your scraps off to the side because they're not scraps and we will be using them. Use your glue stick to very carefully put your things in place. Make sure that there's no white spaces between your colors. It might happen in little slivers in certain places, but we're going to try our best to make sure that all these colors are pushed right up against each other. I also want you to keep in mind that as you fold and crease and cut your squares, they may not be perfectly 2 inches by 2 inches. So if you go to fold your colors and they are not a perfect square, you can trim them down to make them a perfect square before you cut them into triangles. Once you get your first box down, you will repeat this process using whatever colors you would like to fill up the rest of your 6x8 square. Remember, like I said, that if they're not perfect squares, you can trim them up before you cut them into your small triangles. Once I use all of my colors, I have pre-cut triangles that I made off to the side that you can reuse for the other half of your 6x8 paper. If you would rather get different colors and not use these, please give me the scraps so that someone else can use them another time. We want to make sure that we're not throwing these away because we could use them. Once you get your last row of squares added in, you may have a small white sliver on the bottom, but don't worry about it. We'll end up cutting that off later anyway.